Do you feel like you're speaking to a wall after a fight with your husband? Are you desperate to get him to open up and talk? You're not alone. Hi, I'm Michael Flynn, and welcome to Relationship Reset Academy, where I help couples navigate the toughest moments in their relationships. With over 10 years of experience as a relationship counselor, I've helped hundreds of couples rebuild their communication and trust. In today's video, I'm going to share powerful strategies that will make your husband want to talk to you after a fight, without forcing the conversation. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to approach your husband after a fight, so you can reconnect, communicate, and strengthen your bond. No more silence, no more frustration. Before we jump in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on powerful tips to improve your marriage. Now, let's get started. First off, let's get real for a second. After a fight, emotions are running high. Maybe you feel hurt, ignored, or just plain fed up. And let's be honest, your husband's probably feeling something too, even if he's not showing it. Silence after an argument isn't unusual, but it doesn't have to be the end of the conversation. Here's the key: this is not about winning or losing. It's about creating a safe space where both of you can feel heard. That's where we're going to start. And don't worry, I'll guide you through it step by step. Step 1: pause, but don't punish. I know, you might be feeling a little heated after the fight, and that silence feels like your only defense. But here's the truth: when you go radio silent on him, it's not going to help anything. In fact, it might just make him dig in deeper and retreat even further. So, take a breath, and give yourself space to calm down, but don't use this as a way to punish him. You're not trying to teach him a lesson by shutting him out. That's not going to work in the long run. Instead, step back and process your own emotions. Maybe journal, go for a walk, or just breathe for a bit. The goal here is not to cool off enough so you can win the argument in your head, but to give yourself enough clarity to have a meaningful conversation. Don't let that cold silence stretch on for hours or days. It just creates more tension and builds a wall between the two of you. Once you feel a bit more centered, reach out to him. Let him know you're open to talking, but that it's okay if he needs a bit of time too. You can say something simple, like, "I'm ready to talk when you are. I want us to work through this." This shows that you're not holding a grudge and you're not using the silence as a weapon. You're just giving both of you the chance to approach this conversation with a little more emotional balance. When you approach him like this, he'll know you're willing to work it out, which can make all the difference. Step 2: use a soft start. Now, let's talk about how you actually start the conversation once he's ready. This is crucial. The way you begin the conversation is everything. If you dive straight into blame, he's going to get defensive and shut down. It's like the automatic response. People just don't like to be blamed, and we all do it when we're hurt or upset. So, instead of saying something like, "You never listen to me," which, trust me, won't get you anywhere good, try starting with something more open and less accusatory. You could say, "I've been thinking a lot about what happened, and I want to understand where you're coming from." When you phrase it like this, you're not accusing him, you're asking for his perspective. It invites him into a conversation instead of putting him on the defensive. The key here is to use I statements instead of you statements. When you say, "I feel hurt when we don't communicate," it's way less threatening than "you don't listen to me." By focusing on your feelings, you allow him to feel less attacked, which makes him more likely to engage in a meaningful way. A soft start sets the tone for a calm, productive conversation rather than a repeat of the conflict. It's like you're saying, "I'm here to hear you, and I'm not looking for a fight, I just want to work this out." And hey, if you're looking for even more strategies to make your communication smoother, I recommend checking out romancedictionary.com/marriage for tips that'll take your connection to the next level. The link is in the pop-up here and in the description below. Step 3: acknowledge his feelings. Now I get it, it might feel like he's the one who needs to step up and acknowledge your feelings first. But here's a game changer: when you take the first step in recognizing his feelings, it creates an environment where he feels safe to open up. A lot of times, we think we need to defend ourselves before we can get our partner to see our side. But here's the thing, when you acknowledge his side first, it shows you're willing to listen, and that makes him more likely to listen to you in return. You don't have to agree with everything he says, but you can validate his emotions. For instance, if he's feeling frustrated or angry about the fight, you might say, "I know that you were upset about X, and I can understand why that would frustrate you." Notice how this isn't saying, "You're right" or "I agree," but you're still recognizing his experience. Validation is not the same as agreement, it's simply saying, "I hear you, and I see where you're coming from." When you validate his feelings, it helps to lower his defenses. If he feels heard, he's more likely to soften and open up himself. And that's when you can start talking more openly about your own feelings and needs. Remember, this isn't about who's right, it's about making both of you feel understood. Step 4. Ask, don't assume. Here's another biggie. Stop assuming you know what's going on in his head. It's tempting, I know, especially when you're frustrated and hurt. But assuming just leads to misunderstandings and, well, more arguments. So, rather than filling in the blanks with your own thoughts or assumptions, ask him questions that show genuine curiosity about what he's feeling and thinking. For example, instead of saying, "You're obviously mad at me," try something like, "How are you feeling right now?" Or "What's going through your mind about all of this?" Asking questions like these allows him to express his emotions without feeling cornered or judged. It also creates space for him to share things he may have been holding back. Remember, this conversation isn't about guessing or interpreting his feelings based on your own emotions. It's about him expressing what he's truly thinking. So, keep the questions open-ended and focus on understanding him, not just trying to explain your side. When you approach the conversation like this, you're more likely to hear the real reasons behind his silence, and you're opening up the chance for deeper connection. Now, here's a bonus tip for you. Timing matters. Don't try to have a heart-to-heart while he's watching his favorite show or elbow deep in fixing something around the house. Pick a moment when you're both more relaxed. Trust me, this one tiny change can make a massive difference. If you're struggling to reconnect with your husband after a fight, visit romancedictionary.com/marriage for expert advice on fostering better communication and understanding in your relationship. Discover tips that can help bridge the gap and bring back the connection you both need. The link is in the pop-up here and in the description below. Remember, you're not alone in this. Every couple has moments of tension. It's how you handle them that makes all the difference. So, try these steps, keep things calm, and don't forget to celebrate the small wins. Every time you take a step toward better communication, you're building a stronger, happier relationship. Before you go, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Share your experiences or any questions you have. Let's share and grow together. Check out the links in the description box for more resources to help you keep your relationship strong and reset any challenges that come your way. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.